Hi everyone, my name is Alessandro, and in this video I'm going to be explaining to you guys exactly how I went from completely broke in just 2020 to now making over 5 figures with something referred to as reselling. Back to only 8 months ago, I was unemployed, I failed to get a job, I literally had $14 in my bank account, and I was at one of the lowest standpoints I've ever been in my entire life. I was struggling with school, I was struggling with my friends, and I was struggling with making money, which was my biggest thing because I was trying to become as successful as possible to become financially free and to become a point where I could spend money without having to worry about the dollar coming out of my bank. I knew I needed to find out because I did not want to work a 9 to 5, but if I didn't take action, I was going to end up working a 9 to 5. I tried multiple ways of making money online, such as YouTube automation, day trading, Amazon FBA, and affiliate marketing. None of those worked. But then I stumbled across reselling. I bought a pair of sneakers off my boy for around $20, and then I actually resold them the exact same day for over $400. And in that exact moment, it clicked in my head that this little side hustle could become something way bigger. At this point, I was figuring everything out, but I was definitely facing problems along the way. Most resellers are going to tell you that this is a skip, jump, and a hop to success, but to be completely honest with you, you're going to face trial and error, and that's just part of the journey. You cannot become successful unless you face challenges. Some of the challenges I faced was getting banned, unreliable suppliers. At the time, I was actually buying off DHgate. Please don't buy off DHgate. Not fulfilling orders properly, and items not being shipped on time, which led to very unhappy customers. I eventually found a way around all of these issues, and at this point, I didn't really need to work a 9 to 5 anymore because I was making so much money off my reselling and my e-commerce business. A few months after this, starting with my shoe, sold for $400, I hit $5,000 my first month. This is me in class, literally printing money. That day I made around $500. This is the fastest I could cash. And I honestly, truly never thought that this would ever be possible until I simply just started. 2 months after this all happened, when I hit my first 5K month, I ended up going to a trip to Dubai at only 16 years old. This is me in Dubai. And keep in mind, this entire time while I was in Dubai, having fun, riding all of these, I actually ended up riding a camel. I was still making money. As you can see here, off my Shopify store, all these orders. I ended up making $366 while I was in Dubai. And then and there, I was completely shocked and realized that this could really change my life. I do get a question a lot, and that's, how does reselling work? The short concept of reselling is when you buy something for cheap and you sell it for high. For us, it's typically electronics, perfumes, clothes, bags, whatever it may be. Typically, it's one-to-one products. So say you're buying a real Louis Vuitton bag, we sell the one-to-one Louis Vuitton bag. The biggest steps that most resellers fail to understand when reselling are these exact steps that I'm about to tell you. Number one is finding a reliable and trusted vendor. Your supplier is probably one of the most important things that you're going to need when reselling, because if you don't have a good one, then you're simply just not going to make profit and you're not going to succeed in this industry. Most people ask what a good vendor looks like, so this is exactly the notes that I wrote down. A good vendor has 3 to 5 day shipping, it has shipping available worldwide, and it has a wide variety of products to choose from. That's very important because if you're sticking to one product, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You're not going to make any sales and you're not going to know what's new in the market because you never know. You could have the next popping item and you wouldn't even know because you're not expanding your inventory. Number 4 is cheap pricing but good quality. It's not bad to have a vendor with cheap pricing as long as they have good quality, and most people fail to realize that. Another big one I see is taxing with your shipping. If your vendor is making you pay $15 to $30 for shipping, that is not a good supplier. I'm going to keep it real with you. Number 2 is how to order your products and what apps to list them on. It's super simple. Most vendors will give you a WhatsApp number. Those are what most of the best vendors come off of. If you're getting a DHgate or an Alibaba link, typically they're not the best, but some of them can be good. The apps that I recommend to post on are Facebook, Mercari, OfferUp, and eBay. These are the ones that helped me to become the most successful, and these are all the ones that I recommend. Some tips that I give to people that are posting and not seeing success with selling their items is posting your items before they arrive. If you post your item before it arrives, then it gives a more bigger opportunity for you to have your item sold before it comes to your house. The next biggest thing is creating an appealing store. If your store is bad and your product photos are terrible, no one's going to want to buy your stuff, and that's just the honest truth. But if you have a good store with high quality photos and a good description, which is right here, then you will get a lot more sales, and I promise you that. When shipping out your customer's order, you can either do a meetup or you'll ship out the product to them. They will get the name, address, etc. And typically, the provider, such as Facebook, will give you the shipping label. So it makes it pretty easy for you. Usually, with the vendors that I have, they're typically from 2 to 5 days, and most of them are US based. So your customers will be extremely satisfied because they're getting their products so fast. Step 5 is honestly just cash out and reinvest, bro. Reinvesting is the biggest thing because when you reinvest, you get the opportunity to pretty much have a snowball effect and double to triple to quadruple your money over and over again. If you guys want to get started and truly make a difference in your life, this is exactly how. Your guys' next move is to stop all the procrastination and take action today. You can try on your own, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you truly want to change, then you would want to work with the best one-on-one coach, such as myself, and strategies that I can give you that'll help you become successful in the reselling industry. If you want access to this, it'll all be part of the mentorship. And not only this, but it'll be a lot faster than you having to learn everything on your own. I and my team have put together strategic methods that have made not only us, but people like Nono, Jonathan, and many others very, very big amounts of money. This is my boy Alejandro. He's printing. This is my boy Jonathan. If you guys can see that, he's made $1,000 in one day, currently doing almost $6,000 off of just one website. And keep in mind, he started 2 months ago. So my mentorship is definitely worth it if you're willing to put in the time. We know it's very hard to start on your own. That is exactly why we have launched this program, Lux University. This is exactly what my mentorship is. What we do is we give you the opportunity to work one-on-one with me and my team to get you the results that you want to see. We will guarantee you that from $0 to your first 5K in 90 days. If we don't reach this, then we will work with you until you do. You could be literally the next biggest success story, and honestly, all it takes is action. This mentorship not only comes with a complete start to finish blueprint that helped me and my team to become top tier resellers, making over 6K a month, but I'm only 16 years old, which makes it even more crazy. This also comes with a handmade plan tailored just for you, as well as the Reseller's Playbook, which is an insane list of some of the world's best suppliers in the reselling industry. There's endless knowledge waiting to be attained with my guides, as well as my private community where me and my team are able to answer every single one of your questions, and many other advanced resellers that can help you too. If you want a community of people that want to grow, that can help you learn, and that they can become successful with, this is for you. This is for people that that want to step up their game to the highest level possible, become the most successful reseller in the industry, and avoid the 9-to-5 rat race. I see so many people say that they want to avoid it, but typically they just go the college route and they end up working it anyways. If you want to be different, then I can't stress this enough. This mentorship is for you. The people that this isn't for is people that do not want to be committed, people that don't want to invest their time into the personal growth, and people that don't want to go through trial and error to become successful. Like I said earlier in this video, trial and error is the number one cause of why people stop becoming successful. If you don't want to go through trial, then honestly, you're not going to be able to become successful, because that's exactly what promotes success, is trial and error. Something I've realized along my journey is that you have to be very, very patient with yourself. If you try to rush everything the same day, try to get everything done, have a super high goal, realistically, you're not going to be able to achieve it in one day. That's just the honest truth, and that's one of the biggest things I've realized. The next biggest thing is investing in yourself. I started with $14, and I figured out a way to get $200 to start reselling, and that was the biggest thing. You don't understand how scared I was to spend that money. But once I got to the point where I was able to get it out of my hands and put it into a product that I eventually flipped for $400, that was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life, because it gave me the idea that investing into a product and then selling it and then reinvesting it could make me insane amounts of money. Taking these risks while you're young is also very important, because if you're 16 to the age of 18, 14 to the age of 16, honestly, age is just a number. It really doesn't matter. You can become successful whenever. But starting at a young age, like what most of these resellers are at, is super, super important, because it gives us the opportunity to get ahead of all these 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds that are trying to become successful later in their life. But right now, we have the advantage of our age. That's also very, very important. And then one of the last things I want to say is that no one's truly coming to save you. You might have all these friends that say they do, but truly, bro, they're just there. I don't know, for their popularity, maybe, for your money. Who knows? You might have one or two real friends. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying the only one stopping you from growing is you. As you can see here, literally the start of this month, I had 3,500 followers. 3,500 followers. I was barely posting, 280K views till today. 36,000 followers, 30 posts, hit more than 3, 4, 5 viral videos. And it's honestly all from being consistent, taking risks, promoting, and bro, I can't stress this enough. Taking action. None of this would have been possible without taking action, and that's exactly what I'm here to stress to you guys about. If you guys are now wondering if you guys can get into our mentorship, you guys are available to get into the mentorship, but there are very limited spots available. Spots are filling up very quickly. I'm going to put a form on the bottom of this link if you guys are wanting to apply. Our team will reach out to you individually to have you tailored your plan and an exclusive call only for you to get you started on your way to making millions of dollars from this small side hustle that can turn into a lifestyle with just reselling. If you guys are interested in more, check out the link below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and thank you guys so much for your time.